I'd always thought of myself as an athlete, but I began to think of myself as an artist, and that these projects and the ripple effect of positivity and impact were all kind of part of a large project or canvas that I was painting on through endurance sports. But a true artist, in a sense, wants to create something wholly unique in the world, something that no one else has ever created or done before, so I set my sights not on another world record, but this time on a world first. No one in history had ever completed a solo, unsupported, and unaided crossing of Antarctica. So after all these failed attempts, people in the exploration world started saying, you know what, I think that crossing is impossible. You know, Wired magazine writes, it is straight up impossible to take enough calories with you to cross the entire continent of Antarctica. We decided to name our project The Impossible First. But not as some hubris or some cocky way of saying, oh, people say it's impossible and we can do this. But actually saying, this might actually be impossible, but we're still going to attempt it. Because in daring to dream this greatly and stepping that far beyond our comfort zone trying to solve this impossible problem, even if we fail, we believe we're going to learn and grow and develop in the process of attempting something so audacious. There's a lot of things that goes into being alone in Antarctica. You have to do all these things yourself. You got to set up your tent. You have to bury snow around the edge of the tent, manage all the gear, get inside, melt snow for water. Antarctica is definitely not flat. So a lot of people think of it as flat and desolate, but it's these endless speed bumps of sastrugi, not to mention that the South Pole is actually at 9,000 feet and I started at sea level. So I'm actually pulling this sled uphill this entire time over this endless sastrugi speed bumps. It's 24 hours of daylight in Antarctica this time of year. The sun's directly overhead the entire time, and when the clouds come in, it's just white on white. It's really hard to navigate. So imagine closing your eyes and walking down a dark hallway. You're going to smack into the wall pretty quickly, because as humans, we can't walk in a straight line very well without visual cues. No different in a whiteout. So the only way for me to walk in a straight line is to have this compass strapped to my chest. And it's really hard to navigate even still, so I'm trying to keep the compass needle straight, but I'm just staring at this for hours and hours, kind of winding slowly. And at this point, I took this photo on the 16th day. I remember it. I was just so frustrated, so beaten down. It's a reminder that we can keep pushing just a little bit further. We're very near to our finish line. And also a mantra from my meditation practice, which is, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. A reminder that this storm can't possibly last forever. It can't be inevitable forever. And if I can just keep putting one foot in front of the other and battling the storm, maybe, hopefully maybe, I can wake up and find a completely clear day, which is what happened on the 53rd day, which happened to coincide with Christmas Day. I wake up and it's dead still and calm like this. And that morning, I pick up my bag to load it into my sled, and I can barely pick it up because I'm so weak. My bones are sticking out at this point. I'm just completely exhausted. But as I strap into my sled that day, all of a sudden, even though my body is so weak, I feel sharper in my mind than I've ever been in my entire life. That flow state, that clarity of focus, all of a sudden completely clicks in, and I'm present. In this presence moment of feeling this inner strength within myself, I start to do some math and some calculating. I'm like, okay, how far away am I from the end? 77 miles. Closer than any human's ever been to finishing this crossing. What if I don't stop? What if I keep pushing until the very end? What then? And in that moment, in this clarity of this flow state, this strength of mind that I found in myself, I decided I'm not stopping until I get to the very end. 5 hours goes by, 10 hours goes by, 15 hours goes by, further than I've ever gone in a single day. 20 hours goes by. After 20 hours that goes by, all of a sudden a huge storm blows in. It's called a ground blizzard. It's not snowing from above, but the loose snow is blowing around so much, it's like being inside of a blender or a shaken snow globe. Finally, after 32 hours, I see this post that's hammered into the ground, marking the edge of the Antarctic continent and the beginning of the sea ice. And I know that I've made it. And I sit there for a moment to kind of take in this moment, and with a few last steps, 32 hours, 77 miles, and one continuous push, I finally arrive at this moment. We've all been in that moment of fear and doubt and struggle. But I've come to realize that only one question matters for any of us when facing great obstacles, which is, how will we respond? We all have a choice in these moments. Are we going to choose fear or love? Is this an insurmountable obstacle or a huge opportunity for growth? Because I know this, achievement is not for the select few. Achievement is simply for those who never quit, for those who set goals, for those who put the most steps in front of the other, but more than anything, achievement is for those who can overcome the biggest obstacle that any of us face, which is our own minds. And when we switch our mindset towards the positive in these moments, we quickly realize that there is reservoirs of untapped potential waiting to be released.